These bad habits are so dangerous because they are often disguised as normal, but without you knowing, they are hurting your finances and continues to hold you down in imaginary chains of poverty and never allowing you to escape. Hello and welcome to Technique Finance. My name is Nedu. Everyone has the potential to become rich. However, some people have habits that are crippling their ability to build wealth. In this video, we'll be going over 8 habits that are keeping you poor so you can know and replace them with better ones. Number 1 is paying yourself last. This is a common mistake that you are probably making without realizing it. For many people, their pattern once they receive their income is to pay others first. And this happens in many forms. For example, you pay your rent and utilities. You pay for groceries and you pay your other bills, maybe car payments and so on. Then you hope to save the money that remains. And there never is any money left because there is always something more to spend the money on. This is called paying yourself last, and it is a bad habit that keeps you poor. To establish and grow your financial capital, you must channel a percentage of your income to savings first. It has to be a top priority. Once you receive your money, you set aside at least 10% of what you have earned first before spending whatever that remains. It helps to keep it in a separate bank account. And you will be surprised to discover that you can still live just as fine with 90% of your income and also having something saved up by the side. Number 2 is not having a plan or thinking only short term. When you are traveling somewhere, you know exactly your destination and you have a map and a plan on how to get there. But when it comes to your life and your finances, you just let it drift. If you are simply existing in life, that is having no ambitions and without any goals or purpose, it is really easy to get carried away by anything that comes up in your life. It is easy to spend all your money drinking and engaging in other short-term pleasures because you don't even know what you will be sacrificing these pleasures for, since you don't have any goals to begin with. You might still be poor because your time perspective is only focused on short-term goals, such as meeting basic lifestyle needs, like paying rent, using latest gadgets, and partying on the weekends. Most of the time, and of course without you knowing it, all your actions are focused on this alone. Having a long-term goal in life gives you purpose, and our purpose always guides us. You have to develop the habit of looking further into the future and determine how you want your life to be in 1 or 3 or 5 years from now and work towards that. Number 3 is not tracking your expenses. Oftentimes, we assume we know what we spend our money on, but sadly, that is not the case. The reality is maybe you remember the major expenses that you made, but it is the small things that usually consume most of our finances. Tracking your expenses allows you to review your spending to discover where you are wasting money and spending unnecessarily, or what you are spending too much money on. You will be surprised to discover that things you spent money on without thinking about it are so many. If you are currently struggling with money, track your expenses for the next 60 days to have an understanding of your finances. It doesn't have to be down to the last penny. Personally, I round up each spending to the nearest 100 to keep things simple. You can do this on your phone using apps like Wallet, Mint, Personal Capital, and Rocket Money, depending which app is available in your region. And number 4 habit is lifestyle inflation. This is when your spending increases as you come across some extra income. An example of this is when you get a new promotion at work or you closed a business deal and made some extra cash. Most people, immediately this happens, they trade in their old car and get a newer and a more expensive one. And suddenly, you don't like eating at home on Sunday afternoon anymore. At this time, sticking to a budget becomes difficult. For some reason, whenever you receive extra money, you always feel compelled to spend it all. If you are not careful, any extra income can burn a hole in your pocket if not channeled to a proper goal. Many people fail to realize that this is happening to them, though they are earning more money, yet they are still in the same condition or worse than they were with a smaller income. How you can break free from this deadly habit is, instead of thinking that you deserve to enjoy a little, remember that you deserve to have a financially stable future when you can comfortably enjoy life to the fullest. Number 5 is impulsive financial decisions. And impulsive financial decisions is when you decide to buy something right away that you didn't plan for. It is like deciding to spend your money on something just because it feels exciting or fun at the moment, without taking the time to consider if it is the best choice. This is buying stuff simply because you felt the item screaming at you or calling your name. If you make all your financial decisions impulsively, that is a recipe for disaster. Many people purchase new vehicle without learning how much interest they will be charged. They are only focused on how much the car will cost them each month without taking into consideration the overall expense. Any money you spend impulsively on an unnecessary item is money that would have generated more income for you if properly invested. Number 6 is being too cheap. There is a fine line between being frugal with money and being cheap. For example, if you buy a cheap mattress, truly you may sleep on it for a while, but soon enough that mattress will become extremely uncomfortable, which means you will need another mattress. This scenario plays out in many different ways. Sometimes we buy cheap electronics and it ends up in our garage in less than 3 months. You may think you are saving money going for the cheapest option, but in most cases you end up spending more in the long run. Number 7 is not having more than one source of income. For many people, working a job is the only way they know how to earn money. And as we keep saying on this channel, that working a job will never make you rich, because there will always be a limit to the number of jobs one can do and the amount of money one can make working a job. Plus, if you get into any kind of accident, you can't go to work for the next 4 months, you will have no earnings. The math is simple. The more streams of income you have, the less likely you are to go broke. Research shows that 65% of self-made millionaires had at least 3 streams of income. Not developing other sources of income outside your job is one of the habits that are keeping you poor. Number 8 is not investing early. When you have saved up enough money from paying yourself first, instead of paying yourself last, as we discussed earlier. When you have done that over a period of time and you have a stockpile of cash in your bank account, then you want to start looking at investing that money so that your money can start working for you. You definitely don't want to leave that money just sitting in the bank. Start looking for different investment strategies once you have saved up enough money. There is always going to be a reason why you can't invest. Maybe because you are scared, you don't know where to start, you don't have time, or maybe you don't have enough money. But the longer you wait to start, the harder you will have to work to get to the same level of financial freedom as someone who started earlier. You have to take the step and choose the right investing approach that most resonates with you and the level of risk you are willing to take. In conclusion, by making conscious efforts to break free from the chain of these poor financial habits, you unlock the potential for immediate positive change in your financial life. Remember, the path to financial prosperity starts with the choices that you make today. I hope this video has offered you some valuable insights. If you found it helpful, do me a favor and click the like button. Also, for more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Your support means a lot to me. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.